How's it going? My name's David, and my business partner Lindsay and I are looking for some appointment centers to help us grow our business. And Legacy Branding Gifts, we specialize in helping realtors, lenders, and business owners to appreciate their clients, to help them retain more customers, get more repeat business. So I'll just take a second to share my screen with you and show you some of our gifting options. Our primary partner is Cutco Cutlery, you may have heard of. And what we actually do is we take the Cutco product line and we engrave it with the logo, name, phone number for a real estate agent. So you can see Berkshire Hathaway, Fox and Roach, Century 21, Remax, Keller Williams, a lot of the big names that I'm sure you're familiar with. So we do a lot with Cutco. What's great about Cutco, it's guaranteed forever. It lasts a really long time. People use them for decades. So having it engraved, having the person's information in front of them every day when they're cooking really makes a big difference for the agent. Versus you think about what a lot of real estate agents give right now, a lot of times it's wine or a gift basket. It's things that somebody's going to use, a gift card, right? They're going to get it, they're going to like it, they're going to use it, but then they're ultimately going to forget. And I don't know about you, but I don't really keep business cards or magnets or whatever other things that they hand out. But people throw away business cards, but nobody's throwing away a $90 really high quality kitchen knife. They're going to use this thing. So 10 years from now, when they're ready to move into their next house, well, they've already got the contact information right there in front of them. Also, it helps them get more referrals because when you see a red handle or white handled knife, or you're entertaining and you see something like that out on the counter, a lot of times it strikes up conversations. And then they see the engraving and can help get some referrals that way too. So we do a lot with Cutco. And we have a really nice presentation for them where they get their company color, and then that would go on the outside of the box, kind of like that, but on the outside. And then it's got this really nice gift box and presentation and everything like that. So that's what the Cutco product line looks like. We also do some of the high quality water bottles as well, and we can engrave those. So you can see some examples of that. And then we also do cutting boards where they can engrave big or small, front or back. So those are the main things that we do right now. We can even do keychain, like keys that they can go and get made, but the key already has like a little logo on it and stuff like that. So pretty cool. And that's what that stuff looks like. So I just wanted you to have an understanding of our product line and what we do. So what your role would be calling real estate offices to see if they would be interested in letting us come and speak at a team meeting. And just so you know a little bit about real estate, every week, some people it's every week, some people it's every other week. But most offices, at least twice a month, are getting together either in person or, with everything going on with COVID, a lot of times right now it's on Zoom. And there's an office manager of the real estate office, and then there's all the realtors that work out of that office. So once, twice, sometimes 4 times a month, they're getting together for a team meeting where the manager of the office is, giving ideas, sharing ideas with people, tips, advice, any important updates, things that are happening in the real estate world that they would need to know. So it's kind of like a board meeting or a conference with that office all getting together. And they're very used to having guests come in. A lot of times home lenders go there, warranty companies go there, home warranty companies, all different kinds. There's like 10 different industries that work really closely with realtors. So I'm sure you probably know some other ones, but we're one of those people. So what's cool is we're the only people that do what we do. So we're the only strategic gifting, client appreciation and client retention specialists that are calling their office. So what we do is very special. And anytime somebody has us come, they're always willing to have us back. Like, I haven't been to a single office that didn't say, like, you can come back anytime. That was a great presentation. Because a lot of times it's a boring 20, 30-minute home warranty presentation. And, people that aren't trained speakers, And Lindsay and I, we've been in sales for 10 plus years, for her over 20 years. And it's, just a lot. It's a quick 7-minute idea, and they love the idea because it saves them money on their taxes. It's something that's going to help them get more customers and repeat business. So, we usually do a great job when we're there. And we're so busy with meetings already that we just don't have time to keep booking more meetings. But obviously, if we run out, then we don't have that opportunity to keep selling. So that's why we're looking for some appointment setters that can help calling offices and getting us a foot in the door. So I just want to quickly review what you would ultimately be doing, which is just making phone calls, and that way you have a clear understanding of the position, and then we can get an interview set up where I can answer any follow-up questions you have and see if you'd be a good fit for the team. So let me just share my screen one more time and walk you through the appointment calling script here. So just a couple overall things. We usually recommend that you don't make calls on Tuesdays between 9 and 11 because most managers are going to be running their meeting at that time. Expectations would be at least 20 calls an hour. A lot of times you're talking to the receptionist and then you're getting the manager's voicemail. So you're not really, talking to everybody. So all those calls, like a lot of them are only a minute long. That's why, 20 calls an hour. So call times are suggested, 9 to 12 or 1 to 4 is usually like a good call shift. Getting the manager's cell phone is really big advantage. So if that's not already on our list for you, you can always ask the receptionist for that. If you don't have the cell phone number, then be prepared to get past the gatekeeper, which you'll see an example of that shortly. Be extra friendly to the front desk person. Ask them, how they're surviving the zombie apocalypse. How you doing during this zombie apocalypse? Haha. That always makes them laugh. And don't treat them like somebody that you have to just get around to get to the person who matters. Make sure that they feel special. Try and make them laugh. Try and brighten their day. They're getting a bunch of calls to be the receptionist at one of these real estate offices. So be the person that brightens their day. And if they're in a rush or obviously feeling under pressure to get you off the phone, then just say something like, hey, I'm not going to take up much of your time here, but how are you doing? Or how are you guys surviving this zombie apocalypse over there? And then get them laughing, and then you'll have more time to talk to them. So the script can honestly be as simple. It can be really simple. It could be, hey, Bill, this is David with Legacy Branding Gifts and Cutco Closing Gifts. Just wanted to talk to the manager or one of the team members about coming to sponsor one of your team meetings, or about sponsoring one of your team meetings. Normally, if you guys are having in-person team meetings, we would bring bagels or donuts or something like that. But if you're doing virtual team meetings, then we could offer you like a free drawing for a prize or a gift card or something like that, just to help out the agents and give them something as a thank you for letting us come and speak for 7 minutes at your team meeting. So it could be that easy, but there's some other scripts further down here. So I won't go through all of this. This is stuff we can cover if we decide to bring you on board and go over that with you during training. But let's say you're cold calling. This is like the main script that you'll use right here. You're cold calling a big chain like Keller Williams, Berkshire Hathaway, Century 21, Remax, a lot of the big names that I'm sure you see yard signs for. So they answered the phone, hi, this is Heather with Berkshire Hathaway. How can I help you? And then you're like, hey, Heather, my name's David. And I know that you and I haven't met yet, so you might not recognize me right off, but I actually work with Lindsay Musser, who is the area director for a company called Legacy Branding Gifts and Cutco Closing Gifts. How are you doing, by the way? How are you guys surviving that zombie apocalypse, and build some rapport and make them laugh? And cool. Well, yeah, we're actually client retention and client appreciation specialists, and we've been working with Keller Williams for almost a decade now. And we have tons of agents from your company across the country that are already on our program. And since Lindsay is the new local rep here in your area, she's been speaking on the people's Zoom meetings for a few minutes at all the offices in your chain. And I'm just calling to set up a time for Lindsay to come out and share our concepts with the agents for about 6 minutes. we'd be happy to bring a raffle prize, or if for some reason they are having in-person meetings, you could say bagels or donuts. When's your guys' next Zoom meeting coming up? And then a big key is, okay, would you be the one that I would need to talk to about, having Lindsay be a guest speaker there, or would I need to talk to the manager about that, right? And then typically they're gonna say you're gonna have to talk to Bill. Okay, great. Is Bill in today? Cool. Can you transfer me to him? And then you're gonna go through the same little approach right there again. And then it's pretty much, yeah, we could arrange that, or, can you tell me more about it? And then we have some commonly asked questions and answers for you that we could provide you with so that you can answer whatever question the manager might have. So once again, more stuff that we could cover, but that's like the main script. It's dialing, getting a hold of the right people, getting past that gatekeeper, and going over a quick little paragraph. And that's what it typically sounds like. And of course, not everybody says yes, but it's really just a numbers game. And the more calls you make, the more likely you are to get more meetings booked. So you should be able to book at least one per hour. Most hours you'll book about 2 to 3 per hour, as long as you're making those 20 calls. Because we find that out of 20 calls, you should be able to get a hold of about 4 managers. It's roughly like 5 to 1. So with that, if you're talking to 4 managers, you should be able to get 2 or 3 of them to say yes to have us come in there, because it's free. It doesn't cost them anything. It takes 6 minutes of their time. So you're not really asking for all that much. So that's just a nutshell of what the position would be. I'd be happy to get together with you on Zoom and dive in further and see if this is going to be a great fit for you. And we can talk schedule. It's flexible. It's part-time. We're looking for people to work anywhere from 5 to 15 hours a week. You'd be working from home. And, as far as pay goes, it really just depends on your level of experience. And, we might start at $1 amount. And if you're doing a great job, then we increase that right away. So definitely things we can talk about during the interview together. So hopefully you think this might be a great fit for you and we can get some time together. Go ahead and just respond back to us on LinkedIn and we can get an interview time set up if you feel like this might be a good fit for you. Thanks.